Welcome back to the tavern. Alright, what are we doing for the tavern this week? Well, we're continuing to work on the backyard and turn it into a forest garden. We're going to take a look. It's pretty much where we left last week. And got some wood to move back here. A couple of pieces have been moved back, but we want to capture that because, of course, we got all the wood we need for building the new beds. So little by little, we'll check all this out. So let's check it out here and see what we got. Okay, so here's the beds. This is where the new bed is going to be going for the blackberries. That's the black composter. We're going to stack a bunch of wood right there for all the new beds, planks. There's the beds there. Got a week of happening here. Just the plants that were pre-planted are still growing. You know, we didn't lose anything. Doesn't look like any deer got in here and ate the yard out of house and home. Strawberries are looking okay. Kind of a little lame at the moment. We're going to put some water on these gardens here in a bit. So it's all looking good. We don't have anything coming up in these beds yet. Should be starting by next week though, for sure. Growing really well. Ooh, look at that. Look at those cherry blossoms. Wow, what a week. Difference a week makes. Look at those cherry blossoms. That's quite a few cherry blossoms this year. That's really nice. Looks like the plums are getting ready to bloom too. Wow, they're getting ready to burst. Yeah. Plums are getting ready to burst. Spring is springing. It's almost sprung. Well, let's set this up. Watch for the slave labor coming by.
Yep. You guys are so pathetic. I'm carrying 8. That's like 12 in total.
If Jesus takes me far away, if He gives me a halo, if Jesus calls for me today, I got bad news for the angels. I am not the man they might think I am. I get drunk just because I can. I get loud and I act crazy. Most women call me lazy. that they would understand. Ladies say I'm the king of one night stands. They get mad when I kiss and tell. No, I do not like to dance. Don't cuddle up or make romance. Most times I just like to be by myself. If Jesus takes me far away, if he gives me a halo, if Jesus calls for me today, I got bad news for the angels. I know me and Jesus are cool, and we will howl at the moon when I've had a little too much to drink. I can better express myself with spirits on that top shelf, and I don't care what anybody thinks. I probably am a selfish guy, and I don't care why you cry. You better not let my new shirt get wet. No, I do not want your number, don't want to meet your mother. Why can't we just hang out with no regrets? If Jesus takes me far away, if he gives me a halo, if Jesus calls for me today, I got bad news for the angels. Some bad, bad news for the angels. I'm bad, bad news for the angels. You see 'em all over this great old land, from the northeast, west, and southern ends. They ain't shy about what they think or making a stand. What we're talking about is a country man. See 'em cruising their towns in pickup trucks, four-wheel driving gear, they don't take no guff. Yet there ain't a good cause that they ever pass up. There to lend a hand when someone needs to step up. Hank Jr. sang about how they all can run a trottle line, treat their mamas and daddies with respect and kind. Danny Slick gives them friction like another Hank song. Not looking for trouble, but they never ever run. They love their family, God, and country, and their women too. Show respect to those they know respect is due. Doesn't mean they ain't above their share of whiskey or shine. They work hard all day, then like to have a good time. Saturday nights you find 'em out real late. Sunday mornings they're in church passing the collection plate. They'll be drinking beer with family Sunday afternoons. Then it's up Monday morning, got to pay your dues. See 'em all over this great old land, from the northeast, west, and southern ends. They ain't shy about what they think or making a stand. What we're talking about is a country man. southern ends. They ain't shy about what they think or making a stand. What we're talking about is a country man. What we're talking about is a country man. What we're talking about is a country man. Great old land from the northeast, west, and southern ends. They ain't shy about what they think or making.
Let's take a look here. Welcome back to the tavern. I don't know how well you can see it behind me, but we've got quite the show going on with the clouds passing by the mountains. It's really quite beautiful here. Get some really beautiful weather. Quiet Saturday morning, middle of the Wuhan flu COVID virus lockdown. April 17th, I believe, 2020. When I'm recording this one. So today we're going to build some beds, get a few other things done in the garden. We'll show you all the little bits and pieces that we're doing along the way. And yeah, I do love peaceful mornings like this though. Hopefully I caught the birds. Once I started talking, they shut up. But that's the way it works. Alright, let's get on with the tavern and get the day going.
I've been tossing down the whiskey and pouring down the brew. Smoked 2 packs of cigarettes, just hanging with my crew. All I eat is fries and burgers with some donuts on the side. I got no healthy habits, it's a wonder I ain't died. I got a woman who's half crazy, you can see it in her eyes. She says that she's my baby, then laughs and tells me lies. I'm sick of being tired and I'm tired of being sick. It's time to turn my life around and give it a healthy kick. Yes, it's time to kick it as hard as I can. Quit everything that's bad and make me a better man. It's time to kick it, start my little coup. Send her a pack and find someone that's new. You know it's time to kick it, every habit on my list should be the first to go and the last to be missed. It's time to kick it, I'm gonna kick it hard. It's time to kick it, I'm gonna kick it hard. It's time to kick it, I'm gonna kick it hard. in bars and run around all night. I gotta find some direction and figure out what's right. I gotta give up those cigarettes, I'm smoking them by the case. I wanna step out, take a breath, and see how air will taste. Well, that woman, she is bitter, she's nasty, and she's mean. I keep throwing down more liquor till she's looking like a queen. And I don't want a woman who wants who I've been. I'm gonna quit all that's bad, become the best that I can. And if it ain't healthy, I'm gonna stand back and kick. Give it all I've got, or it just won't stick. Well, it's time to kick it as hard as I can. Quit everything that's bad and make me a better man. It's time to kick it, start my little coup. Send her a pack and find someone that's new. You know it's time to kick it, every habit on my list should be the first to go and the last to be missed. It's time to kick it, I'm gonna kick it hard. It's time to kick it, I'm gonna kick it hard. It's time to kick it, I'm gonna kick it hard. It's time to kick it, every habit on my list should be the first to go and the last to be missed. It's time to kick it, every habit on my list should be the first to go and the last to be missed.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome back to the tavern. And another day, getting ready to start. And we're going to check out everything we finished from yesterday, just so we have a recap on everything. And, well, we'll just see how this goes. So let's take a look, see what do we got. Alright, first thing we got the bed with the blackberries and one tomato plant in it. So let's see how this goes. That was one of yesterday's jobs. Good 10-foot long bed for the blackberries. As they grow up, we will vine them up. We started using the new shredder. Got a nice great big pile of mulch beginning. There's some really great mulch. It'll take a while for that. Put a little bit of a dent in the logs or the tree branches. A little too noisy to fire that thing up at 7:30 in the morning. Wood piles for the 5 more guard beds. We got the raspberry bed moved and cleaned out. Almost. It's going to take a while. That one there, we're going to do some serious digging to get to the dirt, get rid of the grass. That one was horrible. Got all the stones moved for the fire pit. Fire pit's going to be right over here where all this new pile of stones is. So we'll have to figure out how to get the fire pit built up. And because of some rules and regulation changes in this neighborhood, seems we got to set the fire pit up to be a cooking fire pit, which is cool. So I'll get it all properly set up and get a nice grill on it. Excellent. Here's the bed that came from the raspberry patch, and as you can see, it's still in bits and pieces. It kind of fell apart when this one came out. It's going to take a little bit more effort to put that one back together. Planted some herbs in this cement block we found in the yard. I think we'll use the toilet somewhere. We got a toilet kicking around here we're going to turn into something. We've moved the wood pile, and so we're going to build a wood shed right up against that wall there. Get a proper storage for the wood. That's one of this morning's projects, is to get that all leveled and ready. And we got the raspberries all moved in. They're looking pretty good. Yeah, we'll see how they survive after their traumatic move. It was a seriously traumatic move for the raspberries. 2 potato bins. We got russet potatoes in this bin and red potatoes in this bin. So take an old garbage can that you're not using anymore, or it's broken or something else, you know, cut the bottom off, flip it over, fill it with a little dirt, throw your potatoes in, cover them in dirt, water them down, and of course as they grow you just keep filling the thing up with dirt until it's completely full, and at the end of your season you just lift the garbage pail up and off the dirt and then harvest your potatoes. Nice and easy. Also keeps the potatoes contained. Keeps them out of your garden beds, because they're a real pain to grow in garden beds. I've done it. Found it didn't work very well. Strawberries are looking really healthy. We got something coming up here. Oh, wait a sec. That's a weed. And that's a weed. Gotta keep the weeds out. Walk by them regularly. Got nothing here in the onion patch. Nothing here in the radishes and whatnot yet. By next trip here, next week, we should have radishes and other things poking their head up. It's only been a week since we first planted these ones. Rhubarb, though, is doing good. Look at the rhubarb. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rhubarbs. We got 8 rhubarbs. We got bamboo we're going to put up against the back fence, back down yonder. We'll put bamboo all the way around there. It'll hide the neighbors as it grows up. Because bamboo grows really well, but we got to build a nice bed and contain it. We want the bamboo properly contained. Apple tree is doing really well. That's a nice apple tree up against that. Red Macintosh is what it's supposed to be. No, that's a wine sap. The big branch is a wine sap. That's a grafted tree with a couple of different apples on it. So looks like it's all coming to life, though. Next couple of years will be good for that. Wasn't treated very well. Plums are about to burst. Cherry tree in blossom. It'd be nice when this cherry tree has more branches on it. Give it a little thing. We cleaned out around the cherry tree. Bit by bit, it's all coming together. Well, time to get our little booties in the thing. Well, we also got a ramp here now in front of the shed. It's not perfect yet, but it's better than nothing. So that's where we're at, and we'll see how it is. We'll take a big overview of the yard. Because as this thing grows up, it's going to be interesting, not just for you folks that are following this, but for me to see exactly how it comes together. So let's take a look-see. Go into the furthest corner here and take a good look. Yeah, ain't got any bees in this yet? Nope. Hopefully this year we get some mason bees in this. I'm going to have to build another one of those. Get a couple of those planted around here since I won't be able to have myself honeybees. Okay, let's see what we got. Alright, so nice spin around. Little by little, just so we can have an idea on how this changes over the course of the next while. We'll be starting on the deck in another month or two, so we'll have a deck by the end of the summer. All in all, looks pretty good. Alright, time to get this puppy started.